For 3 generations, Elizabeth Grant has been delivering results. This is the only skincare collection in the world that offers Essence of Jerusalem that has literally transformed millions of people's skin around the world. And now they're exclusively supporting our podcast and all of you with an exclusive coupon code, Turkey25. Yep, Turkey25. Use that when you shop at elizabethgrant.com. Start with the Essence of Jerusalem, the first ever serum in the beauty market, and then explore the rest of the collection. They have something for every skincare need, every age, every skin type, and they have an exclusive coupon code just for our listeners. It's Turkey25. Head to elizabethgrant.com and enjoy shopping with your exclusive discount.
As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as life changes, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. Welcome to Flat Chested and Singing Flat, the podcast that brings you
it all falls flat. Welcome into So Happy You're Here podcast. That's Becky. She's the one with the voice. I'm Erin. You know, my vocal cords are off today, so I thought I'd save me some humiliation. I'd save your ears their dignity. And I just mouthed most of the words.
just like show choir.
Yeah. Just like when I made show choir and they said, you're just here to dance in the background. It's the story of my life. Silly. In the spirit of graduation season, we thought we'd sing a great graduation song by Vitamin C.
We could have done a Michael W. Smith. We could have done a nice Alice Cooper, but we chose
that so Becky could show off her vocal cords and I could mouth the words. And we do like to start in song because, as a reminder, if you're new here or if you forgot, the entire purpose behind this podcast is just a little reprieve or break from the worries of the week.
Laugh at ourselves.
The to-dos of the week.
Yeah.
We want to laugh at ourselves first and foremost.
Yes.
Laugh with each other. And if you don't mind, we'll laugh at you if we need to. But life is better when you have good girlfriends giggling.
Oh, man.
And so the other day, actually, at a grad party, somebody's like, what's your podcast about? And I'm like, it's just nothing, really.
It's the Seinfeld of podcasts.
I mean, it's just a good girlfriend catch up. It's like being on the phone with your good girlfriend.
Yes.
You get off the phone and you're like, I don't know for sure what we talked about, but we covered everything and I feel better.
And I'm telling you, laughing makes my lungs feel clear. My tummy hurts because
laughing gave me an ab. Yes. And one of the reasons I couldn't sing is because my throat is sore from all that laughing.
Is that what it is?
I'm for sure of it. Are you chilly?
No, I'm just trying to figure out.
You look amazing.
I don't know. I did a little grad dress.
There's literally a comment on our last podcast or the one before that says, Becky, you're hot.
Hey, thanks, Mom.
So, way to go, Miss Jackie.
Appreciate you.
So in the spirit of graduation season, we thought we would revisit some of our favorite graduation moments and how they have helped shape our lives. Because here's the deal. I have an 8th grader graduating and I have a high school and senior graduating. You are past that. But this is a time of year where I think a lot of people reflect. Yeah. It's changed whether you like it or not, whether it's the seasons or it is like the end of a lot of fiscal years. It's the end of school year. And there's a lot of good and fun graduation commencement moments out there that I think have stuck with us for better or for worse over the years.
Well, and everyone is passing around now the one that we were talking about, the guitar one, who's the country singer.
Eric Church, I believe his name was.
Yes.
So he gave a great keynote speech. Now, let me ask you this. If you get invited to speak at a university, do you automatically get like an honorary degree?
I think so.
Gosh, well, I am open. If anybody wants to give me an honorary degree.
What do you want to be? A doctor of what? A learned man, a learned scholar.
I just want another fine arts in the art of giggle.
Yes.
What would you like?
I think I would like to something in STEM.
Yeah, of course. Nothing screams STEM.
We were in the arts. I didn't even ever go over to that side of campus.
I did.
The St. Paul campus. Did you have anything over there?
No, that was agriculture when I was there.
Where was West Bank? Was more
so we both went to the University of Minnesota Go Gophers.
Yeah.
And it's, I think, geographically the largest Division I school as far as like area. not people.
And that was the thing that we argued with when Aaron's son was looking at schools. The thing I didn't like about the U is there was a city that just happened to have a college in the middle of it versus the college is the center. Like when Benny went to Lincoln in Nebraska, it's like built around. Yes. That's the only thing. That's the only show in town.
Auburn is like where William's going. I didn't need to go to the West Bank where all the business majors were, but I did wander over there with a cute lash on and a little skirt looking for my MRS degree. Do you know what that is, Mom? Your Mrs. degree. Just wandered around once in a while, showed them what they were missing over on the East Bank. The bunch of girls who were majoring in speech communications.
Listen, if you need a marketer, come on over to East Bank.
Or just a fun girl, and joke's on me. I didn't find my husband there. Nope. I had to find him later in life.
That's right.
So anyway, what do you remember of graduations that have stuck with you?
It's funny because we were talking in my mind, I was thinking of high school and college, but then because James is graduating from 8th grade, my brain went to little kid. So in the day, you would have a graduation from preschool. You'd have a graduation from grade 5 or, from kindergarten. You would have one from maybe your 5th grade going into 6th grade. It felt like they were graduating kids.
Yes.
Just for.
So did you have a big kindergarten graduation? Do you remember it?
I remember my little kids going across that little bridge.
Your kids. Yeah.
When they would have, do you remember this? They'd have that little wood step and they would kind of transition from little kid life to big kid life.
That's cute.
Tears galore.
My kindergarten graduation is ingrained in my mind.
Your own?
Yeah, mine in 1984.
Yeah.
It was at Malone Elementary. I only went to PM kindergarten as a quick afternoon kindergarten. And at this time in my life, I was still imprinted on and dedicated to a boy who didn't know my name, John Schmidt.
That's right. Nap partner, John Schmidt.
Snuggle up to him at nap time. I would desperately try to spoon.
You get your little bedroll.
Yeah, I would roll out my mat directly next to him. He would often fall asleep, and he really had a runny nose a lot of the times.
Oh,
that didn't bother me and my love for him.
I'm glad. I don't think those allergies would have served you well in adult
Thank
years.
God, no. Not on the West Bank going to get my MRS degree. Anyway, kindergarten graduation stands out to me because I will never forget this. They combined the AM and PM classes. So fresh meat for me to lay my eyes on. Lots of new boys I hadn't seen. Yeah. Wow. Obviously have a strong work ethic because they're getting up early in the morning. Mrs. Hoffman's class.
What's he do with the rest of his day, though?
And there were some girls that I was like, I wasn't attracted to like physically because I've always liked boys, but I looked at them and I'm like, we're going to be friends. I know. Because they were in a jazzy outfit. They also were wearing like a kitten jelly heel.
Well, and they're new. I mean, they're just so exotic.
Yeah.
Those morning girls.
They are exotic. And a lot of the morning kids came from, we called it the country because we lived, in a small rural town. So a lot of your school district is country, 5, 10, even 15 miles out.
Yeah.
So you really hadn't seen these kids before. And that was exotic
from where I came. Did they come by the bus? Or
yeah, the bus would do. Oh, yeah. You never want to be the last stop.
Oh, the bussers.
On the country bus. Mm-hmm. Anyway. So kindergarten graduation really stands out to me because A, fresh meat, but B, they made those paper hats for us,
Oh,
so the girls had pink and the boys had blue, and they were out of construction paper.
So it's a band around your head. And
and that's the first time I recognized, like, oh, I'm not too bad in a hat. Yeah. Because I had worn a T-ball baseball cap once before, but it was gray and sad. And remember, I peed my pants and wanted to go home.
Yeah.
So that didn't work for me.
Because of the color, I'm sure.
Ew. And the sport. So I had a cute hat on and I was like, hey, hats might do me well.
Just tip it to the side a little.
Just feeling myself in the hat. And then our music teacher, Mrs. Rosenow, she just went ballistic on the electric organ. Ooh. She had an electric organ on wheels. And it was pulled into our little gym, and she just started tickling those ivories.
Goes ham on
the music's loud. And we start filing into this great music. And what appeared to me, thousands and thousands of people there, but it was probably about 65.
Tens,
yeah. 65-ish.
And is she doing pomp and circumstance?
She's doing this on the rolling organ. And we're filing in, and in my mind, everybody's there to watch me in my new hat.
That's right.
My jelly my jelly kitten heels. And there's fresh meat to look at.
This is so exciting.
This might be the most exciting feel day. The feels. And I thought, if this is what graduation is like, I'll take it.
Had you been on stage in any other way other than the driveway
course.
at that point?
Yes.
From dance and stuff?
Yes. I think I had been on, well, I was young. I'm an April birthday and my parents kicked me right out of the house. So I'm younger.
Yeah.
For the, not the youngest, but younger. So when I was 4, I was in my first dance recital.
So this wasn't
I
your
love
first taste.
somebody. Yes, I do. I love somebody. But I will tell you, I don't remember that as well because I was 4. And when you're on a dance stage, the lights are on you and you can't see your audience.
Oh, true, except for the first row.
So what was really great for my kindergarten graduation is I could make eye contact with everybody. Much like Princess Kate or Meghan Markle walking into Westminster.
Project to the back of the room.
I could see the people of the court.
You're adoring
there
fans.
to look at me. I remember it. And I'm like, this is great. Like, when's
Now,
the next graduation?
Did you have any kind of solo or anything that could really spotlight your?
Not in the graduation. No, my first big solo moment came in 4th grade.
Oh.
When we had I can't remember what it was for, but we did a big 4th grade like presentation and they took you through the calendar year.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were, like March or April and they were if you were April, like somebody was a rain shower or and like a
lions
flower
maybe,
and
like a lion.
They would come in and say a fun little poem or something. Well, me and Angie Cosine,
What'd you do?
we were the narrators.
Oh, you're like Joseph.
So we were up the entire time.
Okay, that is a starring role.
Angie went on to be the valedictorian of our school.
Terrific.
And become a really important teacher. I went on to date boys.
You've done very, very important things.
Thank you. But the trajectory after 4th grade
With
narrator
a PhD in fellas.
was different. Oh no, I didn't shut my phone off. Okay.
Well, we needed
so
our
do you
lyrics.
remember any of that?
Oh gosh, I just remember. I'm thinking about little kid performance, which is not a graduation, but I remember wanting to be more of a producer than my teacher.
Sure.
And she said, "Well, you took ballet and tap. You could do this spoken word kind of movement piece
sure.
in church." And it was
Like an Elvin
Peace I leave with you. And we were doing shalom, like we're doing some interpretive dance.
Wait a minute. You got to dance in church?
Well, but here's the problem. And I remember thinking at the
How
time,
did you not tell me
it was
that?
probably the 2nd grade.
Okay.
And I remember thinking, now, just because I have attended those classes does not mean I am the right person for this job. So I wanted to take over her job. Like, you've
Who
recruited
did you
the
think
wrong.
should be doing that though?
I think Anne. I think whoever. Oh no, I wasn't in school with Anne yet. I remember thinking there were girls who had taken more dance than I. And could I just ever run the AV and help you or arrange?
Right. You just wanted to organize.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's why God brought me into your life.
I think so.
Because I would when Louis Van Amstel
Yes.
came to our old network. Louis Van Amstel is a former pro dancer on Dancing with the Stars. And when he came to our network to present and sell his dance workout.
La Blast.
Yeah, La Blast, which he actually developed for Lisa Rinna. A few other hosts got the show with him.
Yeah.
And they said to our boss, no,
Picked the wrong lady.
we're not the right person. Aaron needs to be on it.
Yes.
And I was not humble in the back saying, no, you should do it. I was like, that's right.
Get the heck out of my way.
Get out of my way.
Yes.
I need to
Move B.
dance. Get out of the way. I need to dance with Louis Van Amstel.
And I am not a great couples dancer. He can make me look good.
Yeah.
He can. I mean, he was. Just such a beautiful little
I know.
guide.
I know. We should ask him if he wants to do the pod. I bet he would.
Love that. It's a great idea.
Yeah, let's see if he wants to.
Yeah.
So, did you have speakers come to your graduation parties or your graduation ceremonies? Because we
Yeah.
just talked about Eric Church, and he did such an amazing job.
I feel so bad though.
What?
I can't even tell you who. Was it supposed to be somebody of note?
Well, my 8th grade
me.
commencement speaker was Garrison Keeler
Was it really?
of Prairie Home Companion.
That's a big one.
So apparently he had a home in our small town.
Are you Lake Wobegon? Is your town Lake Wobegon?
We are not Lake Wobegon.
I
We are
wonder
just
if
where he
he-
goes to retreat. And I will tell you this though, because I also think graduation is a great time of reflection too. And I even see it happening in my boys who don't have fully developed frontal lobes. You can see both of them kind of being more reflective
Nice.
and kind of looking back. And this will come full circle, I promise. But in 8th grade, at our 8th grade graduation, for those asking, no fresh meat. It was the same class that I'd had since kindergarten. There wasn't a lot of change.
That's the hard thing about going like K-8 with the same kids. Oh boy, you again.
The same of us. But all of us girls did wear those same like halter dresses with the drop waist and then a Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, cute.
It was just like in a different color and a different pattern. Oh, and my friend Anna, she pulled her hair back on one side and then had like huge hair on the other. And I just thought, what a fox.
Yeah, well, she is a stone cold fox.
Wow. Anyway, so Garrison Keillor came to speak and we knew he was a big deal. But you know, in 8th grade, I mean, he wasn't Debbie Gibson. So I don't know, how could you actually rate
And remember
Garrison?
in those years, it was NPR. It was an older person show. Prairie Home was.
I do believe he went on to be accused of some bad behavior, but I don't know if it ever happened.
No,
but anyway,
I
at the
think
time, he had not been accused of anything.
He got whipped up into the Me Too thing.
But anyway, he was a larger person of note for sure in
That's
this
a big
region.
thing.
And nationally, I think people who followed like NPR or whatever it is, sorry, Garrison.
Yeah.
That was a big deal.
That was big time.
Well, fast forward then, the next year when I was a freshman in high school, our schools were really small back then. And everybody would go to the graduations.
Yeah.
You know, now with my son graduating, only your family members can go and you have to rent out stadiums.
Oh my gosh. And maybe you get 4 tickets.
Exactly.
Is a stretch.
So back when I was growing up, anybody could show up and you did. So in 8th grade, Garrison Keillor spoke. And then in 9th grade, I went to the graduating high school seniors commencement. And I don't know if they had a quote unquote celebrity speaker, but they always had their valedictorian speak.
Nice.
And we always
yeah.
had one valedictorian because there was less than 100 kids in every grade, you know, so there's clearly one winner. Ours was Angie Cosine, as I mentioned earlier. But when I was a freshman, the senior valedictorian, his name was Ben Seipel.
Okay.
And he was just this really brilliant guy. Should I not do last names? Should I cut that out?
Take it again. I'll cut that little chunk.
Okay.
His name was.
Okay. So when I was a freshman, the valedictorian of the senior year was Ben S.
Yes.
Okay. And he was clearly very, very smart. I mean, we just knew he was super smart.
Yeah.
And he ended up reading the book, Oh, the Places You Will Go by Dr. Seuss.
I love it.
And I remember sitting there and where I grew up, and I say this with love because I love so many of the people who raised me and so many of my family members are still there. But it was so small and insular that there was one way to do things.
Yeah.
And there was one way that things happen.
Yeah.
And anything that diverted from that was seen as maybe weird,
Scary.
or silly. And this was another major moment with me is Ben stood up there and he had, Oh, the Places You Will Go by Dr. Seuss. And he said something along the lines of, you know, I wanted to write something or I didn't know what to write, but I feel like this book was the perfect.
Captured it.
Yes. And so he read it the way, remember how your teachers would like hold it open
It's
and
so
read it so you
cute.
could see.
Yeah. And you're on your mat next to John.
Now, by that time I had fallen out of love with him.
Oh.
That doesn't mean I wasn't trying to take naps next to people. Anyway, I really wasn't. Not at school anyway. So anyway, he starts reading and I remember immediately like how creative, how cool.
It's really
this
sweet.
is really unique.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the entire gym started laughing.
Why? They didn't get it.
They thought it was so ridiculous.
What?
Or anyway, that's the way I interpreted it.
Like
Like they were laughing hysterically the whole time he was reading it.
Oh, no.
So even if they really did think that there was something comical about that book, which I think you could laugh like, oh, that's so sweet.
Well, maybe it's a nervous laughter. Like they didn't know how to handle that.
But there was a full laughter from start to finish of the book to my memory. And if any of you are
And
watching.
by the way, it's not a funny book. It's a sweet book.
No, you could do like a, oh, so smart of him. Or like, I love this book. But it was like a laugh track from like a sitcom.
Nope.
Through, and I remember in that
That's when I would go full Carrie and just start flipping out.
Well, I was just ending my freshman year and there was a lot of mean girls in that grade.
That's why.
And I
Bad
remember in
leaders.
that moment thinking, I never, ever want to be like one of those people laughing.
Good for you.
And no offense, if any of you are listening and you did laugh and you just didn't know any different at the time
Yeah.
and you were just, you know, sometimes like group mentality. You hear people laugh and it makes you laugh, you know? So I'm not saying everybody was purposely trying to be rude, but it was another major moment for me.
Good for you.
Being just like, wait, I don't want to move forward thinking that that's
Silly.
I think it's creative and cool.
And it's not Go Dog Go. It's not a children's book. It's meant for graduation. It's meant for,
and I thought
more
it was
of a
such
modern,
a smart, different way to address.
It is.
And I know. And
People are so
but it reminds
frustrating.
me now when I look at my kids, and you can almost see, because there was something on social media, because I'm getting a lot of commencement addresses and speeches and whatnot. And there was somebody that said something, and I should have looked up who it was, who said, it's so funny because the minute you graduate, nothing before matters anymore.
Interesting.
And I can almost see that happening with my kids. And my kids have had great experiences thus far, up until 8th grade and up until high school senior. They've had really wonderful experiences. I can't complain about almost anything, but you can even see their brains changing a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's so weird how just the mark of an end of something can really make you look inward and think, okay, what do I want my next step to be like?
That's so true. It makes you look forward. And I remember even in my work life, if we came up on an anniversary, you would start to see people maybe give their notice not long after. Yeah. There was something about, oh, I've been here for 6 years already. Like,
yes.
I didn't mean for it to be that long. Like, I need to start looking.
Yes.
It's like little things like that do trigger, like, okay, on to the next. But you're right. Like, honoring it while you're in it and just really honoring that moment is important.
And then to Ben S., I thought it was a great commencement speech, but also kind of looking around and being like, okay, what do I want to keep with me and what do I want to leave behind?
Good.
Because I remember being a freshman at that time. And listen, I wasn't, some philosopher by any means, but I remember the way it felt. And I thought to myself, I know I don't want to be here.
You were already outgrowing it.
Yes. This is not the environment I want to be in when we're celebrating the end of and the beginning of.
Like they weren't getting it.
Yeah,
That's frustrating.
It was really,
yeah.
And I do say that with love. I don't think a lot of people understood that it could be offensive, but it was to me.
Mm-hmm.
To me, and I had no part of it. I was just sitting in the back.
And the bravery of Ben standing up there and coming up with this creative, and he's thinking outside of the box.
He was different than your normal rural, like kid.
Thank God.
And yes, and I just remember thinking, I hope that when I'm that age, I'll think something that creative.
This is such a cool revelation, and I love you're so good with time. Like you can actually remember when it happened. Like I think my brain doesn't work like that. I'm sure I had those epiphanies, but I love that you can mark it sitting in that chair, remembering that feeling.
Well, and it's so weird because it was such a lovely, there's so many wonderful things about where I grew up and the people I grew up with.
Yeah.
But there's these moments where you just know, I know I'm not meant for this.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean I'm better than.
No.
It just means I know for sure this isn't what I want to do.
But I think we do it all the time. It's like, when they call, like when you're writing code, it's binary, it's zeros and ones. It's just yes or no, up, down. And you're doing it all the time.
You just lost me when you said I'm writing code.
It's all just yes or no. You're making decisions all the time, like keep, reject. Up, down.
Yes.
Like, and you're not even aware that you're doing it, but it was like in that moment you can say, okay, great.
Like Brian Boitano takes the ice. Yes. People laugh at Ben reading Places You'll Go. No.
I'm team Ben. Yeah. Exactly.
But those are the moments. And I wonder right now how many people are going through those moments in their own college graduation, high school, 8th grade, kindergarten graduation.
Yeah.
How many people are having those moments that are now going to stick with them forever?
And there's something about it coming to an end where everything kind of, for me, gets kind of flattened out. So the best days, the worst days, when you're looking in the rear view, it's like it all comes into better focus. You can just see that you have the take home message. This was an important, beautiful experience.
But then that take home message, I feel like for those of us in, 40 plus, I feel like we need to take some of those messages into our later life.
Yeah.
And I also think we need to look for moments where when do we now naturally pivot? Because as you're growing up, you're forced to pivot. You're forced to leave high school.
Yeah.
You're forced to leave the 8th grade.
It's all built in.
You're forced to then make a choice. Do I want to go to college? Do I want to go to a technical 4-year? Do I want to start working?
Yeah.
Do I want to live in my mom's basement?
Yes.
Where am I going to go from here?
Yeah.
And you get to our age, all of us girls, and you're really not forced to make any changes. And I think change is really good for you.
You really could from 18 on live the same kind of life.
Exactly.
That's a scary
Which
prospect.
is why I think it's important for all of us. Maybe we should institute like a graduation for all of us.
Grown up
girls.
grad.
Grown up grad.
I like this.
Would you be the commencement speaker?
Well, I think it sort of happened to as we go. I think it kind of happened to us. We didn't choose it, though.
Oh, well, we graduated from our old network.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's going to happen to you. Relationships will change, work will change. You know,
Yeah.
whether you're the driving the boat or not, you know, you're kind of forced to make those pivots.
Okay, but now, not to get too deep, but here we are because we're girlfriends. So we were forced to make our pivot out of the network.
Yeah.
I mean, there was ways we could have stayed, but we didn't want to stay under those conditions, obviously.
Right.
So we look at it though, and we're trained to look at those as though it's a negative.
Like it's a setback.
But what if you just looked at it like, okay, I'm graduating from that point of view? Because when you graduate, you
Completely.
celebrate it. No, you know, people are sad that it's over, but it's a celebration. You did it. You made it to the end.
Like
Now
you achieved it.
and I think there's a lot of people who would stay in certain parts of their life if they weren't forced out.
Yeah.
I mean, not too many people absolutely love high school, but some people do. Like some people would maybe never leave high school.
Some of them peaked in high school.
Yet I peaked in kindergarten, according to my jelly shoes.
But I mean, if you weren't super ambitious, like I think ambition pushes you to the new job, to the new city, you know.
But what if we started looking at leaving jobs or hopefully I don't ever want to leave my marriage, but maybe some people it was the right time to leave the marriage. Instead of looking at it as this devastation, maybe it was like a celebration.
Graduation.
We're graduating
This is good.
from what once served us, and we have to graduate to move on.
And what did Sarah Rogers teach us about level 7?
You're leveling up.
Yes.
Because she's in level 7, which means she's in her 70s, which cannot be true.
No.
When they say aliens are among us, she is so drop
like
dead
she's
gorgeous.
40 years
She
old.
looks like she's 22.
Yeah. Literally.
I know. Meanwhile, I doused my head with Lumify before I came in here. I was in the back just going like,
You know what I
this.
started doing? I'm doing the old school Mommy Dearest, that opening scene of Mommy Dearest
Never
where she
seen it.
puts her face in the ice in the water.
Oh, you are?
It actually does work.
Really?
I think it reduces puffiness. It really wakes you up.
Really?
Yeah.
You slapped yourself? I'll slap your mama. I should start doing that. Wait, we should start doing ladies' graduations.
This is great.
Okay, so something in your head happened and you weren't super happy about it.
Okay.
But now you're I need to graduate. When my youngest graduates from high school, I should have a graduation ceremony for me.
You know what, Aaron? Aaron's got a sign out here for everybody graduating from something. We're gonna do. Aaron is graduating
From everyday motherhood. I mean, I'm still going to be a mom every day, but you know,
I would say you're graduating from little kid parenting into like this next phase of
young adult guiding.
yes.
I mean, it's a big
Shaman.
difference from going to making lunches every day and ensuring they brush their teeth.
Yeah.
To helping them find an apartment and still probably ensuring they brush their teeth. But it is a big difference. But maybe, I mean, for those of you out there, we are at ages, it's happening here. There are spouses dying.
Yeah.
You know, it's really sad as early as late 30s and into the 40s.
Have you heard Chanel talk about her husband's death on Anderson Cooper?
No.
Guys, do yourselves a favor. It's a beautiful conversation.
My colleague Chanel from the Today Show?
Yes.
Just putting it out there.
Honestly, it is incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his name?
You got,
I'm confusing it.
forgive me. I forget
Yes.
his name now.
But it's a really cool name. But like, I don't know. Haven't listened to it, but perhaps if maybe you've lost a spouse
Yeah.
of however many years and it is so sad and it is devastating and you should grieve and you should be sad. But then if you once your grieving's over or once you feel better, I don't know
Yeah.
how that grief would work.
Or ready
So
to move forward.
When you're ready to move forward, it's almost like you're graduating now into the next step of life.
That is really exciting. And for me, I kind of do need good marketing around events
Yes.
like that. Like that helps me get excited about it, look
Yes.
forward.
And you still honor and celebrate the life that you had together,
For
but now
sure.
moving into, or like, you know, your job goes awry. You never expect it to happen. Okay,
Yeah.
great. It stinks. You can grieve it. You can hold a grudge for a bit or a year. And then you graduate into what's next for you.
But I've been debating the house. Like, do we stay in the family house or do we graduate to a new city or a new, like that? You can look forward when you think of it that way.
If you had to look back and give advice, let's say you were Ben S. and he already read the book. Now you can't read the book.
I love it.
What are some things you would say at the podium to us ladies?
Oh man, I honestly, it's already been written, but who wrote the book about everything I learned in kindergarten? If I am serious and think about the foundational principles that have guided my life, it's been from probably the church and little kid life.
Yeah.
Like do unto others, all of that foundational stuff, it really doesn't change. So
bring a pair of shorts for gym day, because I'm always in a skirt.
Dress up day. Oh man. But that kind of stuff, it really is. It feels like the world is so crazy and so out of control. But when you get back to your foundational beliefs and who you actually are and how you see the world, you're like, is it though? I mean, right? I mean, it's like we know our North Star. We know right from wrong. We know how to treat people.
So you could just read that poster.
Maybe.
Ben would read.
Or hang on. Maybe I'll do the little the cat.
Just hanging on by the
I'm going to just do successories. My whole speech is going to be life is found at the top, not at the top of the mountain. Nay.
Everybody wants success until they see, or everybody wants success till they see the hard work
it takes. That's
yes. Right. Or the
it's
whole
just gonna be
glacier
cliches.
under the water and just the peak at the top. I don't know. Which, by the way, neither here nor there, somehow accidentally on my For You page, or as my mom would say, the served up page, I've gotten a lot of Mount Everest expeditions. Do not, under any circumstance, look any of those up. Oh. It is permanent anxiety. Who in the world is saying, you know what I want to do today? Summit Mount Everest. You all die.
And Tenzin is not always going to be your Sherpa.
What's Tenzin?
Tenzin was like the famous Sherpa that took everybody up. And they're up there literally with like a pair of tube socks and a stocking cap. Like they do it all the time. And they've got people like us who have all of the oxygen in the world, paid $500,000 to do it and can't make it.
I'm all about setting goals and achieving them. And I have been, I've run marathons. So clearly I'm into, self-harm because that wasn't fun. And I kept doing it. So I do get it. But at some point I'm like, a lot of people die.
Right. And they're still
what is
up
going
there.
on? And they even said that there's like traffic jams because so many people are trying to get up in certain locations. There's traffic jams.
And you're walking over some of the people.
Is this true?
This is true. This is absolutely true.
Please.
And it's littered with all of those oxygen cans too. It's gotten kind of junky. I think.
Has it really? Have you been up there recently?
No, I used to watch Everest.
You
there were
did?
2 shows I used to watch all the time. One was Sue over in Alaska. Anyone that's watched?
Never.
And then the expedition shows that go to.
I didn't know there was real TV shows about that.
Oh yeah.
I can't watch. It's such bad anxiety. I have to turn it right back to my panda channels. The pandas are just rolling around, falling off their bamboos. It's the only thing that can save me.
This is the thing, you know yourself. See, you know what you can take. That's enough.
Yes.
Pandas.
So when Becky gives her speech, she'll give
It's just going to be bumper stickers,
yes,
accessories, posters, and everything I learned in kindergarten. And like, remember that? What was the drink we used to get where there was like a little note, and there was like a little it was almost like a
fortune
cookie, but it was in a Snapple. It was like
you got a note in a Snapple? No way. Well, you were rich if you could afford a Snapple. I couldn't afford a Snapple. Tahitian treat on repeat, baby. Oh, that was just
delicious.
Like red car oil. I think this is much like marriage, and I never want to be a downer, but now that I've been married 20 plus years, and we have 2 kids and a few dogs and friends, when people have bridal showers now, I'm always like, I want to be the realist with you. I want to tell
when you write down the little...
Yeah, when people are like, oh, he's going to be your rock forever, and this is the most exciting time. I want to be like, listen, are you ready to watch this dude go number 2 in front of you?
This is so good.
Like, are you ready?
She's still not ready for that.
No. Divorce.
We've said it before. Like, do you want to go to battle with this person?
Yes.
Is this your shoulder to shoulder, like, teammate?
Yes, I think marriage, as much as you need to love each other and care for each other and be attracted to each other, I think you also have to, is this the guy that I want to sit next to when shit hits the fan?
Yep.
But I think somebody should do a commencement speech. No offense, Eric Church, yours was amazing and everybody loves it.
Yeah.
But I also think somebody should do a commencement speech that like
Keeping it real.
Is it realist? Like real? So something I always think about is I thought when I graduated high school, I thought the trivial drama was over. And what I recognize as an adult, unfortunately, it's still there. Like Mean Girls still exist.
They never went away.
Mean Girl, I thought they went
might
away in
get
high
meaner.
school. I thought we all evolved. I thought we all had a better sense of self.
Yeah.
No, some of these adult women are meaner than anybody I went up against.
That's interesting
in high
you
school.
said that. I used to think that like when I get to be 18, then I'll be an adult. It'll feel different. When I get to be 21, then I'll feel like something magical will change.
Yes.
Then those girls will be nicer. Like you realize, oh shoot.
Yes.
No, you were just developing your character through all of it.
Yes. Or I think, when you're growing up and you have such a strong sense of, or not a strong sense of self, but everything is about you. And as it should be. I mean, that's really, I think, science. You are supposed to be most concerned about your self-preservation.
You have to, yeah.
But then I realized there are adults who are it's still all about them.
Oh my gosh.
Even if they're kind, where I'm like, humility would help you right now.
There was someone that I used to call stunning lack of humility.
Yes.
That was the name.
Yes. So I think there should be, if any of you are going to be a commencement speaker, and by the way, if anybody needs two ladies to give a good one, just
Now, if I put my back into it with a little what's her name?
ChatGPT.
I was going to
Don't
say
ask me.
Claude and Chat together.
I don't download them because I don't want anyone spying on me.
Oh, you're afraid
I
of
told you this.
the
Guess
Terminator.
what just happened to me, by the way?
What?
Well, I was golfing earlier this week.
Brag.
Terribly. I have to sneak out now because people get mad.
What do you mean?
Well, my handicap is not at the level it's supposed to be to actually be out on the course.
Yeah.
And then I think that people who take golf really seriously don't want to see me do a cartwheel because
On the course?
I only did like 6 over par. So I think some people, some people don't know how to have a good time.
There has to be a place for us.
Obviously. Anywho.
There's a place.
Anyway, I was golfing with 2 of my girlfriends, and one of my girlfriends was super annoyed because she's like, you guys, every day I get a text message from a woman named Hannah that wants to talk about getting a roof. It's just spam,
a
a
salesperson.
spam text.
Yeah.
And she's like, are you guys getting these? And me and the other woman were like, no, never, ever have I gotten a text from a woman named Hannah, nor have I gotten a text about roofing. And she said, I'm not exaggerating. For the past 6-8 months, I get a text from her maybe every day, every
She
other
got
day.
put on some list somewhere.
Exactly. Okay. And it was a verbal discussion outdoors on a golf course.
I already know what's going to happen. The phone.
So we get done golfing and I have to take off. I've got James's play to go to. And then the 2 of them stay and have a little light lunch. And me and the other girl at the exact same time get a text from Hannah about our roof. Yes.
This is so gross. This is so gross, you guys.
Yes, this isn't even part of our conspiracy theories. This is
this is really
spies.
happening. This is not conspiracy.
There was no actual texting or actual data on my phone or the other woman's phone. Okay. No data or anything. It was a verbal conversation.
Because the microphone's on
a tee box. So it's outdoors. Our phones are in the golf pusher thing. What's it called?
the cart. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the cart.
Oh
pushing
my
a cart.
gosh.
It's in like the bag of the cart.
And is Hannah a real human or like an AI?
I'm
like
sure it's an AI.
Gross.
I know.
Ish,
you guys,
ish,
we are
ish.
being spied on.
Well, we're going to do, we just talked about it. You had a spy in your shopping. You had,
I know.
Yeah.
But, we're really leaning heavily into conspiracy theories right now. Which, by the way, in my commencement speech, I would also say mean girls never go away. Humility does help. So get some as you get older. And also never become a certified scuba diver and go on a scuba diving expedition. Did you hear that?
I don't know the scuba diving one.
What?
No, what's happening? No.
Okay, all headlines in here say, you guys.
What?
So neither here nor there. This has nothing to do with graduations. But apparently, and please, I know some of you are going to be screaming into the phone right now because you probably know every detail. I can't even look into it because the anxiety it gives me. But I guess there was a group of very certified or well-trained scuba divers who were scuba diving. I'm going to probably get this wrong. Italy, Croatia, somewhere in Europe.
Yep.
Okay. The number again, I'm going to get wrong. So forgive me, especially if any of these people happen to be one of your loved ones. I don't want to by any means minimize the tragedy of this. I'm going to say 6, go down never come back up. And one person goes down to see if something happens, doesn't come back up.
Wait a minute.
And these are experienced, certified. This was not like a first time drunken tour.
Something's wrong with their tanks. They weren't ready.
Or,
right? They were murdered?
or
They were
what's
taken.
what's down there?
You mean like a creature?
Sea creatures.
No.
Well, I have my tinfoil cap back on.
So wait, who's upstairs? Who is on the water?
Unclear. I should have done more research because we weren't planning to talk about this because it is about commencement ceremonies.
Oh my gosh.
But if I was going to give a commencement speech, I would say don't. That, because I'm also afraid of the deep sea.
So like 6-7 people in one
7. Sorry.
Sorry. In one expedition or one trip.
Goners.
Oh boy. Well, that's going to be number one in our speech. Number one.
Yeah. So in my
Keep your
commencement
feet firmly
speech,
on the ground.
when you're experiencing anxiety, do not go scuba diving and or look up Mount Everest. Instead, turn to panda or cake decorating videos.
Absolutely.
They always calm me down.
Yes.
I think that's probably, I haven't consulted a doctor, but if you do have high blood pressure, watching someone decorate a cake
Take a little giggle.
and or watching a panda roll around. I can't promise you anything because I'm not a medical doctor, but I think your blood pressure will go down a little.
I think we'll do a little science. We'll do a little STEM right here on the pod and we'll get a little pressure cuff and we'll see.
There's something else I would say in my commencement speech, and I stand by this so hard. And
Is this the hill you'll die on?
this is a hill I will die on, but it
right.
is hard for myself, and I have to pep talk myself constantly.
Okay.
Quality over quantity.
In humans, in
Everything.
stuff, in all ways.
I'm mostly talking myself about that in fashion.
Okay.
Because I will see something really cute and cheap and I'll buy it and I always regret it. You know, I don't mind if it's cheap, but it has to be good quality.
yeah.
But in friendships
Yeah.
and in relationships, I think it's so easy to get caught up in having a ton. And really, if you look at it, in my experience, quality has always beat quantity.
Yeah.
But it can be hard, especially as we get older. You know, you've collected friends along the way. And so sometimes, why am I still friends with a person who always makes me feel sad? Or why am I friends with the person who really never encourages or promotes me? You know, like doesn't give the extra work.
Well, and don't you think some of that's little kid thinking, like, you know, when you're thinking about your big prom group and you've got 20 girls, you've got your big wedding and you've got 7 bridesmaids. And, you know, that was sort of the thinking, I think, that if you had all of those bodies, that meant you had good friendships.
Yes.
And then you'll look back and go, what the hell was her name again?
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with keeping 100 friends.
For sure.
But I'm talking your close, ride or die.
Yeah.
Tell your secrets to.
Yeah.
The quality will always be better than the quantity. But especially because we live in such a socialized world now with social media. And because I think relationships have suffered because of that, because we aren't as intimate.
Yeah.
You know, Becky and I have never been intimate, so don't freak out. But you know what I'm saying? Like intimate that way.
Yeah. Like on a soul level.
I think people are collecting more friends, but they're not actual quality of friends.
Aaron, look at your social media. I mean, when our sweet colleague Sean Wilsey passed, there was a Facebook of his that said, this is just for people I've met in real life. And the fact that we even have to say that, you know, he is no
Right.
longer with us, but there's all of these humans that you know their name. You actually probably know stuff about their life. You don't know them
Right.
at all.
And you should be nice to them and you should be respectful and everything. But when you are really evaluating who you surround yourself with,
Yeah.
quality over quantity every single time.
Completely. Those are really good words.
Another one that I would stick by that we touched on is to develop a little humility. I think we're in crisis mode of people not having enough humility.
I know it.
And sometimes we've actually talked about this. We can go a little too self-deprecating even, but I think that's because we have an unreasonable amount of self-esteem.
I've got excess.
Yeah, so we don't mind making fun of ourselves. And so you don't have to be as self-deprecating, but we also know, you know, our strengths. But I'm going to tell you something. People cheer for a humble king or queen
Yes.
way more than they cheer for somebody who's arrogant.
And I feel like there was a generation there that was so busy trying to promote themselves and everything was great. When you would look at the comments, everything was fire, everything was hot, everything was beautiful.
Do you think that's kind of like Jack's age? Yes.
And
Yes.
maybe just slightly younger, forgive me, slightly older.
Yeah.
Where it was like nothing could be critical. Everything had to be encouraging. And anything that sounded even remotely like good critique, like good, you might have a little one to grow on here, a little lesson, sounded scary.
Yeah.
And now thankfully, I think we're coming into a good middle ground.
But humility goes a long way.
Oh man.
And I also think it helps you become better at whatever you're doing, because if you can humble yourself a little bit to be truly self-reflective and truly look inward, I think it helps you. And I also think people cheer you on more.
For sure.
When you have just a little bit of humility.
Well, and I think when you're
Real humility, not performative.
Well, that's actually a good point too, that people can fake that. But I feel like when you mentioned it, you're not at the center of the universe and you're for the team. It's that all boats rise thing. Everyone does better.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to say, is that stop thinking everything's about you.
Yes.
So my commencement speech so far says, mean girls are going to follow you everywhere.
Get off of Everest. Get out of the ocean.
And you're not the center of the universe.
But you know what's so crazy? I mean,
So cheers to you.
But this is where I always say you have to have, I don't care what you believe in, but there has to be some balance between, I'm just going to do my own. Like, you are a child of the living God and you are a speck on the earth. Like,
Yeah.
you're both.
Yeah.
You are exalted in that most high way, and you also are just like an ant in the middle of, you know what I mean? So
Totally.
like, if you have a good perspective of both of those things being true, you know what I mean?
Which is why, yes, have a higher power for sure. We're both God girls, but you can, you know,
Yeah,
whatever higher
however-
power,
yeah.
we're here to respect everybody's higher power. But when you say that, my mom called the other day. She's doing great, everybody. The bike tour went well. She's been biking through Amsterdam and Belgium for the past few weeks with her girlfriend, Kelly.
Such a cool trip.
They're having a blast. But she was like, Erin, I just love traveling. I love traveling so much. I forgot how much I love traveling. And I would say in my commencement speech to you, saying I'm just a speck of sand.
Yeah.
If you ever have the ability to travel outside your comfort zone, go.
Because it'll help you.
It helps you recognize what Becky was just saying.
Yeah.
Whether you're talking about a
place in
higher
the world.
Like, we're such a small part of this world.
Yeah, cool.
And I think travel helps you remember that.
That's
and
a
that's
really
what my mom
good
was saying
point.
too. Like, I forget how big this world. I mean, she travels a ton. She's so lucky. She worked hard for it, but
Yeah.
that she is, you know, able to travel
To go explore.
after retirement. But that goes along with what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I would also say any opportunity you have to see beyond your bubble.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, to get outside of yourself, whether that means outside of your noggin,
And that
outside of
might
your
help
area
humble
code.
you as well.
Totally.
That's the world. Remember one time I took a risk and I said it, and I'm happy that it went over well. But there was a woman that we both know who was this person's mean to me because they didn't say hi to me when I walked in the room, and this person isn't nice because they didn't ask me about my day, and this person never says. And I said, hold up. It's not about you. That
Right.
person might have had the worst day of their life.
Right.
Like, they might be in a fight with their husband. Their kids might have come home
Be in
drunk last
trouble.
night.
Yeah.
That, you know, they might be worried about their parents.
Yeah.
Stop thinking everybody's feelings are about you.
And honestly, when you realize it is a construct in your brain, how
Right.
you choose to see it.
But when you take yourself out of the center,
So good.
yes. So humble yourself in different ways. And,
Yeah.
you know, I had to humble myself after I didn't realize every farmer on the block wasn't going to come to my gymnastics show.
I wouldn't rule it out yet.
Yeah. Listen, I'm just riding on the coattails of this model from Japan. Just hoping.
You guys, it's just, I mean, it is an unreasonable amount of confidence, and it's in a good way, I hope.
Well, and then I would tell people to, one of my favorite quotes is go confidently in the direction of your dreams, live the life you've imagined by Ralph Waldo Emerson. I really do believe in that.
I'm glad you said that because I almost said Henry Thoreau.
Wait, is
all
it
kinds
Henry
of-
Thoreau?
No, I think you're right.
Wait, it might be Thoreau.
No, I think you're right.
It is a famous philosopher. We don't know who.
We're going to be like those pageant girls. In the famous words of Dr. Seuss.
Such as. And world peace.
And not everyone has a globe.
Whoever said it, I love that quote. But you go confidently forward.
Yes.
Live the life you've imagined, but recognize your place in that world.
That's it.
Right?
Oh, it's such a, yeah, it's,
I can't believe we weren't hired to not give more commencement speeches. Now that I'm reflecting on these past 47 minutes.
Brainstorms by Aaron and Becky.
Yeah. And graduation season is such a pivotal time for so many people.
Yeah.
And I think it's a pivotal time even so it's fun to watch my parents, and my parents are very young parents and very young grandparents. It's fun to watch them and how different they were even when I graduated to now where my kids are graduating.
Oh.
And I think even it's a time of reflection for them because they look back on how things have changed over the generations for better or for worse.
Yeah.
And how they now look at these moments in time.
I almost think that would be a gift to have that grandparent opportunity. You know, they always say you get another crack at it to do it with the littles.
I mean, my grandpa is 90 and still involved in my kid's life.
What a blessing.
So he has my grandpa, then my parents, then me, and then my kids.
Wow.
And it is, they're a part of all these moments. And so it is just, I would challenge everybody right now, whether you know somebody graduating from kindergarten, hopefully they've got a Mrs. Roseno of their own to rock it on the wheeling organ.
I just see her like
She was the best music teacher ever. Oh, and by the way, every year in elementary school,
yes,
we had a full Christmas concert where we'd sing Christmas carols, you know.
Yeah.
Oh boy, did I love those moments. And I was short, so I always got to be in the front row.
Another performance.
Yeah. I can't believe all of those parents came just to see me.
That's right.
Anyway, every year you could try out for solos.
Ooh.
And every year I stood in front of her proudly and I belted out any song she asked.
Yeah.
And every year, for some crazy reason, she chose other people.
Maybe next year.
And I always just sort of thought at the time, oh, she's got to share the love. I mean, clearly
yes.
everybody's already there to see the outfit I'm going to wear, how I did my hair that day, which headband I chose. So obviously,
We'll throw her a bone. Yeah.
she clearly chose other people to do the solos.
Right.
Not because I was fully tone deaf. And this is not an exaggeration. It wasn't until I married my husband where I had to reflect and be like, oh my God.
It's becoming clear.
Mrs. Roseno never chose me because I was tone deaf. Never.
Never stop growing. Never stop
I'm
reflecting.
like, I know she loved me. As a high schooler, she chose me to babysit her kid. I would babysit her kids once I got older.
But you had different gifts.
She put me in the front row, not because I was short, but because I was obviously.
Because the ensemble.
Yeah.
You're like the
Because
greeter,
I am
the
here.
host. That's right.
I'm putting that's it, huh?
But this is the thing too. When you have a little buddy like this, will you please breathe life into that little kid and let her be as fun and crazy and talkative and fully herself or himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you know, and maybe just
a little less.
hints of humble pie along the way.
No, there's plenty of those in the world. You don't need more of those.
So no matter where today brings you, it's fun to touch down on graduation. And I hope you can reflect on your graduations too and just see if there's any moments that changed you.
Yeah.
Right? Or any moments, or if you have any good advice we'd take any advice at all for any of our graduates.
Well, and I think too, if you can be that adult, we talked about this, like it doesn't have to be your own kids, doesn't have to be, you know, your sister's kids. It can just be the neighbor kids or people that are in your sphere, you know, breathe a little life into them too.
Yeah. I always, so something my grandma would always say when we came over, and my grandma has 10 million grandchildren and she passed 3 years ago. But when we would get to her house, she would always say, I'm so happy you're here.
Oh,
remember
is that where it came from?
Remember?
Yeah.
We talked. I'm so happy here. And she meant it.
Yes.
And when we would leave, she would hug us and say, I'm praying for you and I'm so happy you stopped by. And it's always stuck with me. And the kids probably think I'm insane. And I don't think of myself as some amazing child whisperer. But whenever my boys' friends come over, I always look them in the eye and I say, I'm so happy you came over.
Yes.
Because I think it goes a long way to tell somebody it can be really scary growing up. You can feel really awkward with hormone changes and growing into yourself.
Yeah.
And I do think it's important for adults to look at kids and say, I'm happy you're here. Like, I'm happy you're a part of this.
Yes.
And I think that does give them the right type of confidence.
Boy, that's great.
Don't you think?
Well, yeah, because I remember especially when the boys were naughty, you know, they're at those ages when they're kind of getting in trouble for talking too much, or you're too much of this or too much of that, like really to get some good words like that.
Yeah.
Good. You're awesome just for being you.
Or kids who sometimes have a harder time controlling their emotions.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll greet them with, I am so happy I get to be with you right now. And
Yeah.
I don't know, because I think sometimes kids do feel like I don't belong anywhere, or I don't fit in anywhere, or adults are always so exasperated with me that I think it is nice. And kids are kids. I think kids are kids until 25, 26 years old, minimum, you know, again, until that frontal lobe develops. So my husband was a child till about 35. Thankful for him, but it took a while. And I think just telling them I'm so happy that you're a part of this makes a big difference.
Yeah. And in a community too, I mean, being as welcoming, whether it's church or, you know, school, family, friends, all of it, making it a safe, welcoming place.
Or maybe a woman your age that you see all the time by herself, you know, just say, I'm so happy I get to see you.
Yeah.
You know, and maybe she enjoys being by herself, but just saying, I'm so happy I saw you today.
Yes.
Can give them, you know, the confidence that they need.
I love that. Maybe that's the message too, is to like seek it out.
Yes.
You know,
maybe we should
more
all,
active.
yes, maybe we should all do a little bit more of that. Boy, we haven't been this sappy since 2012.
Wow.
I don't remember the last time we touched
And
down
the
on
choir
feelings.
said amen.
Yes. I mean, TED Talks.
We're very reflective today.
We didn't get paid for this one by an outside source, Lumi. Don't worry, we're the same girls you know and love. Becky's got hot zones that strangers are trying to touch. And I made at least 6 or 7 strangers uncomfortable this week by the way I'm dressed and the way I twerked on the street. So we're the same girls you know and love. But we do have deep feelings sometimes, and I think graduation brings it out.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
And quite frankly, I cry every day right now. So thank you to the few moms who have reached out and said nice things.
Yeah.
I cry every day. I'm just so proud and happy for my kids. So
You did a great job. You're doing
thank
a
you.
great job.
Thank you. A lot of it is tears of joy.
Yes.
I'm just so thrilled, like just so lucky and so thankful that this is where things have ended.
Yeah. They're terrific kids. And like we realized last week, it's way, way better than you thought. I mean, it
Yes.
always turns out.
Last week when we were talking about my girlfriend's daughter's wedding, we reflected on it. I'm like, what was all that worry for?
Yeah.
It turned out better than we could have imagined.
So
Darn
cool.
it.
Yeah.
So no matter what you're graduating into, or no matter what you're celebrating.
A full brief.
Yeah.
Graduating into.
And like if you need a keynote speaker or a songstress, I know 2
Oh.
ladies who are available.
What an event that would be. We'll roll in with our organ.
I can officially tell you that next week we do have a guest.
And a very handsome one at that.
It's a boy.
It is a boy. Get your Louie.
Get your Lumi. Becky's going to be covered in Lumi head to toe because there's a boy.
He might be, now I don't want to say anything too dramatic.
Can we say who it is?
he? I don't think we should say. Should we
Should
say?
we give clues?
Okay.
Okay. We might do it outside because he's quite the outdoorsman.
Yes. Likes a nice, healthy glow.
He likes a nice glow.
Are we going to feed him? Should we feed him?
I would never feed this man a day in my life. Hopefully
There's a lot of
he'll bring
pressure.
treats for us.
But this is another one that we have been thinking about and really so excited that it worked out.
He is a hard guy to pin down.
Yes.
He travels a ton.
Yes.
You will know him. You will recognize him. And he's really funny. Like just our text exchanges to figure out our calendar. I'm rolling laughing.
And this is something he was known for. These little one-liners.
We're going to have a hoot. So if it's nice weather here where we are based in Minnesota, if it's nice weather, we're going to do it outdoors.
Perfect.
So we can make sure we get the UV.
Yeah.
If it's not nice, he is actually going to come to studio because we actually live really close by.
Yes. He is in the neighborhood.
I'm right in between Becky and he. So anyway, Lumi, if you want to send Becky some extra for a man. Ow! Don't get my sleeping mats out.
What will we do?
We love you guys so much. I told Becky that today should be 30 minutes.
What is it?
57.
You guys.
We can't help it. We're so sorry.
The best laid plans.
Yes, but we love you. We love this little break. We hope this was a nice break from your week, your worries of the week. If you could please tell your friends to subscribe.
Yep. Like
and
subscribe.
follow. And also, Nikita taught us about this hype button.
Oh, yeah.
So on YouTube, if you watch us on YouTube, our dear friend Nikita, who, by the way, should be a guest on this podcast one day.
I hope you're available.
Speaking of funny.
Yes.
She taught us this. We were like, what do you mean hype? There's a button that you can hype. And I think it just promotes our page. And we are at a level now where we naturally get promoted.
Yeah.
And so that's great for the listens, but the subscriptions and the actual follows of our YouTube page and or Spotify or Apple Podcasts is what really, really helps us.
Yes.
So if you wouldn't mind doing that, that would be great. And tell your friends about it. They don't even have to listen.
And I'm not sure if the hype, I think it gives a little place, like a funny spot. I'm not sure if that's true.
Okay.
But that's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's just,
This is where it made
we're
me
at a
giggle.
level where the platforms can start sharing us now, but we need your help
Yeah.
to be shared. And hopefully, maybe one day we'll have a producer on here who says, Aaron, stop talking about Becky's privates. And that would be helpful for everybody.
I hope that never happens.
You know, we're never going to stop singing until somebody comes in and says you can't sing anymore. So we love you so much.
Now?
We love you so much. Have a
great week.
wonderful week. Happy graduation to all the graduates out there. And we'll talk to you next Wednesday.
Let's go, class of 2026.
Let's go.
Get 'em.
Bye. If you want to move better, if you want to feel better, if you want to perform better, and who doesn't, you've got to check out Daily Fascia. Daily Fascia is one of our original supporters. It is brought to you by Erin Teets. And what she does is she helps relieve aches and pains with fascia-focused activations. She is a best-selling DailyOM course creator who does personalized sessions that help you feel your absolute best. You can check her out on Instagram, Patreon, or YouTube. And when you do, use the code HAPPY20 to let her know that we sent you and to get a special discount exclusive to our listeners. You guys, do us a huge favor, please. Will you like this podcast, share it, or subscribe? Because that helps, right, Bex?
It will help us a ton.
It will. And I don't know if we've helped you, but if you don't mind helping us, that'd be great.
Fair's fair.
Love you.